So I always like to start off calls, if you will, or meetings with a quote. So this one is a very popular one, but I just thought it was very fitting. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And so all of us have our own goals. So whether it's weight loss, toning up, just living a healthy life, whatever it may be, we all have, or we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. But unless there's a plan behind it, then you're just out there wishing for that goal to come true. So how we're going to set this up is I will be giving some tips on how to have a successful way, or a way to set yourself up for success with your meal planning. And then at the end, if anyone has any questions or has any other things they want to share, please throw it out there. So set yourself up for success and don't overthink it. I feel like so many times we feel that, okay, every single day has to be something different, and I have to, have this fancy chicken, or, if I do chicken for one meal, I can't do it for the other meals. But you can take one meal and then get creative with it. So first and foremost, by this point, you should know your container breakdown. If you do not, please get with your coach and they will help you figure it out. Second of all, if you have not already, we strongly encourage you to print off all those files that we sent y'all. If you don't have a printer, you can go to the library, maybe ask a friend, sneak it behind your boss's back. I'm just kidding, but print it off at work. And what I suggest to do is get out a highlighter and a pencil and go through the food list. Like, just sit down and just look at the foods that are on the 21-day fix and find ones that you like and that you enjoy. So that way you can have it in your mind to have a variety of different options. Also, what I did in the very beginning is the blank template that we shared with y'all. That was the one that I actually started with from my coach. And so I got out my 21-day fix book, and in there it has the sample breakdown of day 1, you can eat this for breakfast. Day 2, you can eat this for breakfast. And I literally basically copied what they said to do and put it on my paper and just figured, okay, if it's in there and this is what they're recommending, I'm just going to make it happen. So as I was creating my plan, my first 3 days basically looked like day 6. And then day 4 and day 5, I took some of those and then just switched it around. So that way I didn't get overwhelmed with all the different recipes and meal plans and different things out there. So that would be, something that I would strongly encourage you to do is just get in a quiet place. I know a lot of us are moms in this group. Some are stepmoms like me and some are full-time moms. So I get that it can be hard. But if that means you lock yourself in the closet for 10, 15 minutes to try to map it out, like hide from your kids and get it figured out. Okay, so different tools that can help you. Before, only iPhone users had the 21-Day Fix app, but now the cool kids that have Androids also have the 21-Day Fix. So if you do not have that app, I would strongly encourage you to get that. So that way throughout the day, you can keep track of how many containers you've eaten, how much water you've had, so on and so forth. Pinterest is amazing. Once I get through all this, I'm going to kind of show you some links that I found just by typing in a few words, and it pulled up hundreds of different resources. So Pinterest is an awesome thing. Yesterday was my first day personally to make shredded chicken in a crock pot. I've done the cilantro lime chicken, but just plain chicken. So what did I do? I pulled up Pinterest and said, how do you make shredded chicken? Like, super easy. I am not good in the kitchen, and if I can figure it out, I know you can. So use Pinterest, Google. I don't know if y'all have seen, but Beachbody has a blog. So you can hop on there and do a search to find different tips, tools, recipes, and then really take advantage. I get that when you get your nutrition guide, for some of y'all, it may be like, oh my gosh, there's so much to read, but it has such good information in it. Definitely take the time to at least peruse through it and see, you know, information that they have. Instead of buying ranch dressing, you can make your own balsamic vinaigrette or whatever it may be. So have fun with it. Make it a family affair. So again, a lot of us have children. So when you're meal prepping, bring your kids. Let them help you figure it out. If you already have containers that you know, okay, 12 grapes need to go into this or whatever it may be, I'm sure your kids could fill up the grapes in the purple container and transfer it into a to-go container for you. Even if they just help for 5 or 10 minutes, that's fine, but at least that, like, your snacks are out of the way and you already have, you know, that planned out for the week. Maybe make it a goal where you do 1 to 2 new recipes every week. So hop over to Pinterest or Google and find one. If it is horrible and disgusting, that's okay. You learn and you move on. Like last night, I was trying to make the chicken out of the 22-minute hardcore book, and I think I just got a little excited with the chili powder, and my sweet husband ate it all, and I just was not a big fan, but I ate it, and then now I know, you know, maybe I just shouldn't do that recipe again. So don't be afraid to give things a shot. If it doesn't work out, it's okay, and learn from it. Also, be creative. So whenever I've done the cilantro lime chicken before and we had people over, I kind of set up a bar. So there was some where at HEB they sell broccoli slaw in a bag. My granny introduced me to this. It's so good. It has a nice crisp, you know, crunch to it. I think it has like 3 servings in it. Anyway, so I had that so people could take the cilantro lime chicken and put it on the salad. Or other people could put it on corn tortillas, or other people could eat it on its own. So just know that you can make one thing, but use it for so many other things. Again, y'all are probably tired of me talking about chicken, but last night I did it on the broccoli slaw and I made some rice for Bo. Today, I had the chicken with the slaw and asparagus. So you really can mix it up. So find what works for you. So people do their meal prepping on Sundays. That doesn't mean you have to do it on a Sunday. Like, don't put yourself in the box with everyone else. Like, you be you. You do what works for you. So if that means on a Monday, on a Tuesday, you're doing your meal prepping, then that's when you do it. Crock pot meals. Take advantage of how easy and simple they are. I don't think I did my first crock pot meal. I think it was like 6 months ago when I did my very first one. And I was like mind blown. Like, this is so easy and so simple. Templates to plan things out. So Kristen did share one with me that I'm going to share with y'all here in a little bit. I'm going to pull it up. But basically just find a template that works for you and stick with it. Or tweak it, make it your own. But if you don't have that template, then it makes it very easy for you to get off track, me included. Okay. I just did a live video on this, but I have a major sweet tooth, And so now if there are sweets in the house, I have to tell Bo to hide them from me because I am like a little kid and I will go into the pantry and I will search for them. And if a box of cookies is already open, I will try to eat the whole thing. Like, I don't know portions when it comes to sweets. So that works for me by telling him to hide it, and then he can give me one. I want one, I guess. But I did find the bag today or yesterday, and I ate like 3 of those Lindor chocolates, which are so amazing and delicious. I was talking to a challenger the other day, and she said that on the grind, she has like a free coffee there. And I told her she needs to give it to her husband. And until she hits a certain mark, so if her goal is 5 pounds or to work out 7 days or whatever it may be, that she gives it to her husband. And that doesn't mean he has to watch her step on the scale. You know, it can be an honor system. But once she reaches that goal, then she can have her on the grind coffee. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And then keep food handy. So I know this is so silly, but if we have apples and they're in the refrigerator, for some reason I don't really eat them. But if they're on the countertop, where I see them, then I will eat them. Like, it just is silly, but your mind, I guess, is a weird thing. And so if it's out of you, more than likely you're going to eat it. I'm sure y'all have seen me talk about these, but I am obsessed with these little jars. If you have not seen me talk about them, here we go. So you can make oatmeal in these the night before. So you can go ahead and fill up your oats for whatever portion you need. You can add in chopped up apples, cinnamon, add in water or almond milk, whichever one you want to do. Stick it in the refrigerator, and then in the morning when you get up, take the lid off, put it in the microwave for like 1.5 minutes. You can make your Shakeology while you do it too, if you drink Shakeology in the morning, or get your water ready or whatever it may be. And then it's ready to take with you, or you can just eat it out of here. We made the chicken last night, so I put a couple servings in here, and it's in our freezer. So that way we weren't getting burned out on chicken. We could eat chicken throughout the week, and then next week, go ahead and pull these out, and then, you know, stick it on the countertop, let them defrost, put it in the microwave, whatever. And then you already have that ready to go. If you do spaghetti or crock pots or whatever, you can portion them out in here. I don't know, I think all of y'all know, maybe not, that I have my own swim lesson business. So a little ghetto, but I am literally gone all day long from like 6:45 in the morning till sometimes 8 o'clock at night. So I will put my lunch in here, and I have it in my little ice chest. And then I will take it out and put it on my dashboard. If it's like a lunchtime swim lesson, go do my swim lesson, come back out, and then my lunch is warm. So really no reason why you can't make it happen. You just have to work with what you have. And again, have fun with it. So I'm going to share my screen really fast. And show you some things. Here's our family. If y'all don't follow me on Facebook, here's my husband and Chloe and Faith. I don't know, can y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trinity, and there's Chloe.
Oh.
So here we go. So this is the one that Kristen shared with me. She said that she finds it super helpful. So obviously keep in mind your container breakdown. You know, if this is not yours, just keep in mind that these are not going to coordinate with it. And Beachbody has specifically designed this nutrition program. So I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sure a lot of us have gone through a phase in our life, and some of us may be in that phase right now where you're like, okay, well, I'll just skip a meal, or I know it says eat, 4 red containers, but I'm really trying to lose weight, so I'm only going to have 2. No, that's not how this works. You have to fuel your body. You have to keep that metabolism going. It's so important to, as soon as you get up in the morning, unless you have some medical reason that you can't, start eating and drinking. I know we have someone that has a thyroid problem, so she has to wait. But for the majority, you get your water in, you get your breakfast, and you get rolling with your day. So anyways, here's one example. This is something that I found just on Google by typing in 21 Day Fix weekly meal plan. So here, I mean, it's not as detailed as Kristen, but like we said, you figure out what works in your world. Pinterest, as you can see up here, 21 Day Fix recipes. This one I really liked. There was 30 21 Day Fix recipes. If you are not real big into Pinterest, I didn't really get into it until coaching. And there are some times where you're like, oh, that looks awesome. And then you can't find how they put it on. Like, you're like, okay, where are the instructions? Sometimes they don't do that, and I haven't quite figured that out. But on this one, you just go read it, and then it is all broken down into different options for you. So if you liked these muffins, then you just click on this tab and it will show up the muffin recipe for you. So on here, this is another, so we have sent y'all some, but basically, sorry it's blurry, but you kind of get the idea. Just went on Pinterest and typed in 21 Day Fix meal plans. And so it has it broken down for you, color coded and giving, now it probably won't give you like the recipes and all that, but literally breaks it, oh geez, sorry, breaks it down for you. So if you need that little extra visual, it is on there. Again, I'm obsessed with these little jars, but my husband and I were recently talking about this, the mason jar salads. I think I was planning ahead and thinking maybe March we may do a free group with these mason jars, but look how super simple this is. I think it gave like 5 different ones. But like quick, easy. On here, what they suggest is putting the dressing on the bottom, but my mom, she found a container. Mom, what was that container that you put the dressing in?
It's an empty little yogurt cup or empty applesauce cup that goes.
Mm-hmm.
It fits perfectly on the wide mouth jar. So it sits down inside the jar, and then you put the flat lid, and then you screw the band on. And if you have a dry ingredient, like if you didn't want to put your cheese in there to get it soggy, then you can do one inverted upside down and have it like a crown on top. And it's just really neat.
Yeah, so to kind of give y'all a visual, or I don't know if y'all could hear all that, but so say you have a big mason jar and you have an empty applesauce cup, you would put your dressing in there and then set it in here, and then take your lid and put it on top, and then you can take your dry container with applesauce, put it on here, and then take this and attach it. So that way, when it's time to do your salad, obviously you would need a bowl, but you can take that off. You already have all your stuff, the goodies, dump it in your bowl, and then add on there. So this is something super easy you can do on a Sunday. Like I said, get the kids involved. So I know a couple years ago we gave away like the cookies in a jar where you layer them, and then all you have to do is dump them in the bowl and add an egg and milk. And the girls loved helping me make it. So you can get your kids involved and say, you know, you're in charge of the tomatoes, you're in charge of the cheese, you're in charge of the cucumbers. I don't know if you have that many kids, but everyone can have a job. and layer it, and then there, your lunch is done. Super easy. You can have your chicken in the crock pot. So that way, if you wanted to add chicken to this, you can. While that's in the crock pot, you can have your eggs in the oven cooking. I've seen a couple different ways, but you can do, depending on your stove, 350, you just take a muffin tin, pop all your eggs in there, stick in the oven for 30 minutes, take it out, put it in ice cold water for 10 minutes, and then peel it. So you can have it for breakfast, the 2 eggs. You can have it as a snack. You can make egg salad. You could make a healthy stir fry. Instead of doing rice, you could do quinoa or quinoa, however you want to pronounce it. I will stop sharing. So anyways, there are ways to get it all done, but it just takes that little bit of extra time to think, okay, how many snacks am I going to need? How many, of this and that? I do understand that when you have kids, it can be challenging. I was telling a challenger the other day, I was like, I'm just a mean stepmom, and Bo does the majority of the cooking. But if I cook or he cooks and they're like, I don't want it, I'm like, sorry, this is what we're eating. Like, you can eat this. And I've had times where he's at work and one of the sweet little blessings would not eat her lunch. And I said, okay, well, there's foil. You can wrap it up. And if you need a snack later, you can eat this. Or you can eat dinner. Okay. I'm just kidding. But really, so I guess my point is the challenger had shared that she gets so tired of making 2 meals, one for herself and one for her family. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, maybe you have your turkey on salad and they have it as tacos or nachos or whatever. You don't have to make 2 different things. Maybe have 2 different little fillers, but don't do that to yourself. And plus, it's like, these are our kids. Why wouldn't we want to fill their little bodies with goodness? Like, you're drinking your shake and, hey, have a Pop-Tart with a, Capri Sun. So anyways, that is all I have. I don't know if that was helpful, overwhelming. If anyone has any other tips or questions, we are happy to answer them. I covered it all. I'm just...
Well, the one thing I did want to share, and I think it was Kristen that found them at Target, for the baggies that were color-coded. When I went to go buy them, though, they were sold out, I guess. But wasn't it you, Kristen, that found those?
Yeah, they're colored like green, blue, red, yellow, which are like they coordinate exactly with what the containers are. So
right.
Plan ahead that way. Like, I've also seen recently where people, those like jelly bracelets that the kids wear. Like, if you you're supposed to have 3 green containers, you wear 3 of those, and like 3 reds, you wear 3. And then as you go, if you don't have it planned out, as you have a green container, you put on the other wrist. I thought that was really cute.
Okay.
That's very fun and festive.
I was telling Jenny, on Saturday or Sunday, I sit down and I plan out my entire week meal first by snack by meal, because if I don't, I get busy and I will go to fast food. Like, I have to have it planned out. I do the whole week at one time. That's just what works for me.
Yeah. Like I said, you figure out what works for you and just make that happen. So if that means it's one day that you're prepping it all out, if that means it's one day that you're mapping it all out, and I know we have a lot of nurses in here, so if that means that you're going to be working 3 days straight and that you're going to meal prep for those 3 days, and then on your day off, you're going to meal prep the rest of the week, that's totally fine too. So
that's what I like to do.
Yeah, it just kind of helps break it up. I know, like, when I am really, like, focused on the 21 Day Fix, I will go ahead and do all of my snacks that are already, like, portioned out. So that way it's quick and easy to grab and I don't have to think about it, especially in the summertime when my days are so long. You know, I get my 31 bag, which if y'all don't have a 31 rep, just letting you know. I have some girls, so you just let me know. And then I get the little liner thing and then put all my stuff in there. So that way I'm set up. So anything else that anyone wants to share? Or
I had already shared that with the one that I do with the turkey and the lean ground meat with the veggies, and then I divide it up into use different recipes for the already cooked meat. That I do that on a Sunday, and then you just add your spices and change it up, and it's quick and so easy.
Yeah, there's one that I saw on Pinterest that I thought was super cool. Again, I'm not the chicken lady, but you take a pan and you do foil, and then you take your foil and you make little like barriers. So like if here's my pan, I make a barrier here and a barrier here, and I put like diced up chicken in the three things, but then this one may be balsamic vinaigrette, and this one may just be plain, and this one may be barbecue chicken or whatever. So you have three different options of chicken and it's already like broken up, and then your chicken's done for the week. So, I mean, you could do that with anything, but I thought that one was kind of cool too. So, well, if no one has any questions, thank y'all. Oh, yes.
I had one more. I remember you talked about ice cube trays, and you use ice cube trays to help do portions and freeze for later use. You want to share that?
Well, with that one is if you like coffee, what you can do is brew your coffee, kind of let it cool down a little bit, put it in an ice cube tray, stick it in the freezer, and then the next morning you can break it up and use that as your cubes for your Shakeology. So I'm not sure how good it would be with strawberry and greenberry, but totally up to you, whatever floats your boat. Also, you can take fresh or frozen fruit and put them in the trays, add water, stick it in there, and then it's like fruit fused water cubes, ice cubes, I guess, for your water. So if you like fancy water, there you go. You can take bananas, chop them up, put them in a Ziploc baggie, stick them in the freezer, then use those as your ice cubes with with chocolate. That's really, or frozen fruit, that's no added sugar. So anyways, anything else? No? Okay. Well, thank y'all again for hopping on. Don't forget to add those Shakeologies in there and your workouts so we can make some money. I think that's about it. So I will stop recording. I hope y'all have a great evening, and I will see y'all in the My Challenge Tracker app.